It's fine. This is content. We're making up for being late with more content. So yeah, should we actually talk about Digimon now?
Yeah.
You know what, I'm probably just gonna take all of that and just make it its own video. That I feel like that's probably fair. Like, cause it'd suck if you had to. Yeah, of course.
Dethhollow talk about old 90s anime.
Dethhollow talk Fox Kids. 90s anime. Feed dinosaurs. Oh man. So yeah, Digimon Frontier, episode 33? Yeah, 33. So this episode, Cherubimon is out of minions to throw at them for the most part. So, I guess now it's time to just fight them themselves.
Yeah, seemingly we just run into Dark Cherubimon, literally.
Oh yeah, literally. And here we learn that, like, regardless of anything else in this show, regardless of all the powers that we've gained, all the, like, tactics we've figured out, the power of darkness is just straight up the strongest.
Apparently so.
Junpei used to be the best, then the main two characters got their, like, I guess, like, quote-unquote, like, cheating ultimate forms. And now, just straight up, Duskmon and, like, Lowmon and just all the other darkness forms are just straight up stronger than them.
I meant to look up the pronunciation of that name, because it's so weird.
Yeah, there's, like, the little, like, accents over the, like, O, so maybe it's Laomon? It's probably, like, Laomon.
Or it might be that German thing where the W sounds like a V. Because it sounded like it was saying, like, Lobamon, which...
Lobamon?
I was like, oh, yeah, like Lobo. And then I was like, wait a minute, it's probably a V.
I know Lobomon's, like, the English translation of Wolfmon, so, I don't know, I'm just gonna call it, like, Lowmon or Laomon, just to, like, avoid confusion. Laomon seems, like, more accurate, probably. Because there's, like, two E's, and, like, all his attacks are, like, named after, like, German, like, things, which I probably should have... Oh, Dutch? Okay. Crap, I'm just now remembering. I completely forgot to check what they did with the, like, insert songs in the English version.
Love.
Alright, I'm just gonna call him Laomon.
Luvamon.
It's not gonna be the worst mispronunciation I make this entire series.
But yeah, he's a big, cool lion darkness man.
Yeah. Before I get to this point...
Sorry. I was gonna say, he has a lot of lions on his armor.
Oh, yeah. Like, just strip, like, I should probably... Man, I hate how they've, like, changed where the little gear icon is. It's so, like, anyways. But yeah, just straight up freaking Lowmon. Just, yeah, the lion Digimon to go with the wolf one. Which is, like... That's the thing, it's like, we get a repeat of Broken Wings, and we get, like, a new song, which is called, like, seemingly He's Blade. H-E-S Blade. And both of them don't apply to this new form.
Yeah,
because it's like...
Broken Wings is just for the flashback and, like, the exposition and whatnot.
He no longer has broken wings, he can no longer fly, and he also no longer has a sword even. Like, it's a spear now.
The fact that he has no wings, wouldn't that indicate that his wings are in fact broken, as they don't exist anymore?
I suppose that's one interpretation. But it's like, I don't know, the thing about him flying anyways doesn't really make much sense now.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just an insert song.
It doesn't matter. I would have loved for him to like still have some kind of like wing and or sword. Craze for everyone trying to get a poker on making shows to sell toys. Oh yeah.
You mean like every 90s anime?
Yeah. So
Even
he's just
like heck, Digimon was also to sell toys.
oh yeah, sorry. I had to
Which
like
I think is what they said anyways. What am I? Ugh.
yeah, sorry. I was gonna like go and try and see if the like dub version had the song
Okay.
while you're. You know, like yeah, just keep going. I'll just like watch this in the background real quick.
Oh gosh. I mean, uh, I just watched this episode and I actually don't remember specifics about it. Like the kids all transform and they fight Cherubimon and just they don't do any damage. And then Koichi's just like, "Oh man, I have to stand up to Cherubimon," and he does. And Cherubimon just like, "Oh, the power of darkness, it fits you too well," or whatever. And
Yeah.
Koichi's like, "No, no, it doesn't." He's like, "Oh, but it does because it wouldn't have worked if you weren't filled with darkness. Now
Yeah.
join me." Like, accept darkness and join me. And Koichi's like, all right, I accept the darkness, but I'm going to use it to fight you.
Yeah, I'll accept the darkness, but I'll use it to do good. Cause screw you, you giant rabbit.
Yeah,
Also,
he
yeah, I
did it
just
before.
watched the thing. Yeah, there's nothing. They just didn't replace it with anything. It's kind of disappointing.
Mm. But yeah, Koichi did Riku before Riku did Riku.
Yeah. And he kind of did Riku worse, if I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, probably, yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, alright, I like Koichi. I like, his whole, like, thing, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna accept the darkness and, I'm gonna, like, have reservations about this because, oh, why is everyone not, like, trying to, get their revenge or whatever? But I'm gonna, like, use this for good and make my own thing of it. Like, it's all cool stuff. Like, the backstory's really handled well. At this point, I do not like feel like I have a good grasp on him as like his own character. It's just the backstory stuff. I understand why like he acted the way he does as Duskmon. I don't understand what really motivates him right now. And it's
Yeah,
like
well, a
that's
lot of it while he
kind of
was
like yeah, it honestly makes the evolution feel kind of unearned, honestly.
a lot of what he was doing was like he was under Cherubimon's control, more or less, like because it took seeing Koji to be reminded of what he was doing in the first place.
Yeah. We have been looking into, to address Sidra, it's a bit unfortunate. A bit unfortunate that due to the focus shift after this arc, we don't get as much development for Koichi's brother. Ah, that's a shame. I remember Mucha Lucha, I think it was horrible, but man, could have been that early 2000s thing. Yeah, I remember liking Mucha Lucha. I remember it not being that serious. I remember liking it a lot, though. I remember, like, oh god, we gotta go off on our tangent. I remember
We don't
very
have to.
distinct. I have very fond memories of watching the Mucha Lucha movie and finding it really funny. And just, I remember them, like, going into a whole thing where they, like, they go to Penn and Teller to get their magic, like, wrestling ancient artifacts. Just straight up. Even though, like, Teller is, like, just mute as his character and never talks, he's still just, like, in the show animated. Been looking into older shows this year, and some of them didn't age well. Really kind of bummed looking back. Like, Ben 10 isn't that great. Not awful, but much to be desired due to its promise. I'd have to, like, rewatch. I remember liking Ben 10 a lot back in the day. But yeah.
I didn't really like it when it was first airing, but I don't know. Looking back on it, the concept is fun. Like, I think it's better looking back on it in retrospect.
I'd have to rewatch. I like the big thing I distinctly remember out Ben 10 is that like I'm not putting this in the R1. I'm just gonna leave this in as is.
Okay.
Man, it's the big thing I remember is there's a lot of like crazy like body horror stuff, and it was like wasn't afraid to kind of go weirder and darker with some of the stuff. You know, it's like the Ghost Freak episode and stuff with like the circus clowns. They're like preying on like fear and like they become Ghost Freak and they like just scare the crap. Like, I remember that stuff. I remember liking that a lot.
Yeah,
I remember some like
Bozo, the
other stuff
clown.
later on that's just like whatever. Weirdly, I feel yeah.
I like the idea around a lot of it.
I feel like weirdly, like if I watched Ultimate Alien, that would probably age way better than like the original show, because that actually did have like character arcs and like, you know, character moments and stuff like that. Like there's the whole thing about like Kevin Levin, like, you know, kind of coming to terms with his powers and like, you know, just changing as a person and stuff. I remember like seeing a bit of that and thinking it was good, yeah. But yeah, Digimon. Crap, we're even more. You know what? Screw it. Koichi is overpowered as like his spirits are the most dangerous. Yeah, he doesn't go off like character development, and then he gets his dark spirits. And even though like both Takuya and Koji could beat Duskmon and like Velgamon, just like friggin' Lomon and Kaiser Lomon on their own are enough to like defeat the Trubimon clone. Also, yeah. Digimon, yeah.
Junpei and whatever Chalkmon's evolution team up to do a big attack, and it does nothing.
Yeah. Actually, I do want to point out, because it's like, yo, going back to Junpei being OP, that attack does more than anyone else before, like, yo, Koichi gets involved. It actually pushes him back, unlike, yo, freaking, like, what's its name? Artemon's attack. Yeah, unlike Artemon's and, like, you know, Beowulfmon's attacks. Friggin' Chalkmon and Junpei, like, working together do more. Sorry, not Chalkmon. Blizzardmon and, like, yo, Beetlemon working together do more damage to him than anything else, seemingly. And though it also does nothing. But at least you forced it to move.
Yeah. Also, it's a pretty cool attack. Junpei grabs the axes and electrifies them and throws them. Although I think it would have been cooler if he electrified them and then went into melee fighting.
Yes! Although, given what they're facing, maybe the best thing to is, like, not to get close, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but still, it would have been cool.
Oh yeah, would have been awesome. But yeah. So it's the big thing. They have this big, like, you know, fight, like, everyone does nothing, and, like, you know, freaking Koichi gets his moment, and he actually gets to wreck him. This episode is going to be so weird and disjointed to listen to. Also, yeah, we get his beast form, and it also looks really cool.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, I feel like I prefer Duskmon and Velgamon, but, like, Laomon and Kaiser Laomon are, like, really cool designs, too. I actually like them a lot.
I'm not crazy about Velgamon. It's just a big bird.
Yeah, but it's, like, you know, crazy, like, 3 eyes and weird skeletons on its wings and stuff, you know? And I feel like the big thing is that it's like, I don't like Ancient Sphinxmon that much, and that's like, you know, the, like, of course, the final form of this line, that we will not see in this show, probably. But,
yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think we're gonna see that anyways.
I also doubt we're going to see Rihimon, because if, like, Koichi got any other evolutions, then the main cast would be completely useless. He's fine being a 6th ranger, but, like, the moment he becomes, like, more powerful, he invalidates the main duo's new super forms.
Yeah, despite having Artemon and Beowulfmon, like, like Loamon and what is it? Fang Kaiser Loamon.
Kaiser Laumon, yeah, I believe that's like probably a more
Yeah,
accurate pronunciation, yeah.
which are not fusions. Like they're just his normal
Oh
beast
yeah.
forms, and he beats them, which means they're stronger than the fused forms, which is ridiculous.
Not only is it stronger in the fused forms, it's stronger than both of them working together, meaning they're stronger than Duskmon and Velgamon.
Yeah, doesn't he tear a hole through the clone?
Yes.
Like
He
they go
like
from
blasts a hole through it and destroys it.
Yeah, they go from doing absolutely no damage at all to Koichi tearing through it.
Yes. And this is just the clone. Imagine how hard the actual Truvimon's gonna be to defeat.
Yeah,
Although
I
I
like
should mention at this point the power scaling makes 0 sense.
Yeah, there's some dumb stuff in the next episode I'm waiting to talk about.
Yeah. Cause I'm thinking this through for a second. It's like, okay, like we beat like evil Seraphimon, which means that Artemon has to be like close to Seraphimon's level, but one of the other like 3 great angels is too much for them to handle, even though they're all working together. But it's like still weaker than Laumon, even though it's like a clone and the actual one is like stronger. So there's no way they should be able to fight the actual Cherubimon without, like some power boost or new form or something. Like, this should not work out. The drawn power scaling is nuts for a lot of the series going forward. Oh yeah, I'm ready to complain.
Yeah, that's why I keep telling Death that he needs to stop worrying about it.
Oh, I will worry about even more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Onto the Venus Rose.
Yeah. Man, I really wish that, like, because of course Laumon's made it into the card game. Duskmon somehow not so yet. I don't know why Duskmon isn't a thing in there yet. But I really wish Laumon and Cherubimon were, like, better or easier to use. They seem, like, really awkward because their whole win condition is all about, like, getting up to Mega and then sacrificing your own Mega forms to do things, which is really weird and not great.
Maybe Duskmon's just not in the card game because he's like the crappy version of Lovimon.
I mean,
Lovimon.
maybe? I don't know.
I
I
mean,
think what it is they just didn't have enough purple slots to add them in, and they wanted to get, like, Wendigomon and Telamon.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
not even
they
just
should,
my...
like, add them later on, definitely.
That's not even, like, my preference. The show blatantly says, it's like, oh, that's the true power of darkness. That's the powerful one.
Yeah.
Duskmon's crap.
Man, honestly, all the hybrid forms could, like, use another pass at this point. Like, they've kind of become pretty outdated compared to all the other nice stuff that's going on right now. It's friggin' like, I don't know if I'll, like, mention this or not, but it's like, yeah, they're getting new Machine Dramon support in the, like, form of Analog Man as a Tamer card.
Mm.
And it's just straight up, like, fulfilling Machine Dramon's win condition to a T. Because as long as this Tamer's on the field, like, alright, so Machine Dramon's big gimmick is that if you have 5 different, like, up to 5 different, like, cyborg ultimate level Digimon in your trash, then you can add any number of them to his evolution sources as you hard play him, and they'll, like, reduce his play cost, and, if he's going to defeat you and, like, discard cards and stuff to, like, keep him on the field. So it's like he gets stronger the more ultimates you have in your grave to work with. Analog Man just lets you, like, throw away an ultimate at the start of each turn to gain a memory and draw a card. So you just keep cycling through your deck until you have your win condition. And his other ability is he just straight up gives, like, level 6 Machine Digimon blocker. So yeah, now your Machine Digimon is guaranteed to be able to block things no matter what. He's guaranteed to be able to block things, and the more Analog Man cards you have out, the more times you can do it every turn. It's nutty. It's so insane.